Yo, what up, YouTube? This your boy Jordan here to show you how I made $117 in 30 minutes this morning trading NAS 100. Come on. So we on here. We on the charts, man. And first thing I actually want to kind of do is just a top-down analysis. Matter of fact, no, this is how we're gonna start right here. We're gonna show you the moves, right? These are the moves. This is the move I caught. Right? This is the move that made majority of my money this morning. And as you can see, it did kind of keep floating down. I did try to execute again to add on the positions. Was stopped out a little early. And nevertheless, still walked away with a net profit after today's trading. So all in all, good day. And we're going to go over the lessons that I learned too today after trading, after realizing that. And I'm just going to talk about, matter of fact, I'm just going to talk about the before, during, and after the trade, what I was going through, what I thought about, and things like that. So yes, this is a 1 minute chart, and this is a chart that I executed my positions on. So let's do a top-down analysis, sharing on the other screen about how I saw this move setting up. So now we're on trading view, and let's just do a top down. Let me take all of this off so you can kind of see. Matter of fact, and we're gonna do this. Shoot. I'm gonna hide all drawings just so you can see a clear chart and see how it started off. I keep covering my hands over my mouth. But this is what I saw, okay? Started off on the daily, and the reason why I'm starting from the daily and working myself down from there, because I trade scalp / like intraday. I don't initially look to hold a trade longer than a day. If the confluences end up lining up that way, I would like to capitalize off it if we're going to just tank or if we're just going to skyrocket. But I start from the daily and kind of work from there. Because the daily will kind of give you that overall, like, majority of people in this market want to do this, want to go up, want to go down. So looking at the daily, the most recent, I'm even looking like within the last 10 days, like I'm just kind of looking at the moves of the market. Recently, we have been kind of pushing down. These red candlesticks are kind of pushing price down. But even if I and see the markets are going to come up when I as soon as I draw on this. But I just want you to identify, you got a high, you got a daily high up here, and it came from this daily swing low right here. So overall, the market has been pushing up. Like, as you can see, looking from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, it's been going up. That's clear, right? But again, we're scalping / intraday trading. So we're not trading off this daily time frame. This is just kind of giving me an overall sense of what we're doing today, right? So since we're overall going up, well, what's the pattern of going? What's the up pattern in the market? It's impulse move, retracement. Impulse move, retracement. Impulse move, which was that last high that we identified, and that came from that last swing low that we identified, right? So at the impulse move, now we have the retracement or the correction. It's literally in the middle of that move on the daily. So the question is, right? We are bullish, but we're in a retracement. So sells are possible this morning, but the overall trend is a buy. So beware of buys, beware of large volume pushing to the upside. That's what I was watching out for. But all in all, we're going down. Nothing else is telling us that is going to stop it from going down. Like, whatever motion the market is in, it 9 times out of 10 is going to continue that motion. But you just want to make sure you're on the right side of the actual motion. So I was looking for sell signals this morning based off of the fact that we're in the middle of a retracement move on the daily, and this thing could potentially retrace as low as this swing low potentially and then shoot up. So I'm not going to sit here and just say, oh, I'm going to buy because it's, bullish. So that's my first indication that we were in a seller's market, was we were in the middle of a retracement on a daily. So to help me identify that, I'm going to bring some of my drawings back up. And you can kind of see this highlighted yellow zone is the is the swing high that was broken by the impulse move. So you got the impulse move, retracement, impulse move to continue bullish. And now we have the retracement coming back below the zone. So that was actually a second confirmation on the daily for me to say, hey, when I go down to a smaller time frame, if we're still getting rejections from this zone, then I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell to as far as we can sell it, because this is a daily zone. So those were my two confirmations on the daily. Then I go to the 1 hour. And again, we're just looking for these patterns. So remember, the yellow zone is the zone that I'm paying attention to. These black lines, and I can actually get rid of this because it didn't even make it up there. But I like to highlight what's important to me, because it's like highlighting everything that my brain's focused on everything. But if you focus on key areas that you want to see tapped, it kind of helps narrow down your focus. So for me, and I like to turn the sessions on just to help me keep track of, because I trade New York sessions. So all of the gray highlighted zones are New York session. They're from 8 a.m. to about 5 p.m. But I'm trading from about 8 a.m. to about 12 noon. That's where I'm really looking for opportunities. So these black horizontal rays are just 1 hour lows in the market. So if you kind of scrunch this up, you see the market again had that impulse move above the yellow daily zone that we had. Boom. This was that last swing high that it made. We see price came down, tried to come up again, failed to break this high. Right? It did not come higher than this high. So that uptrend pattern is over on a smaller time frame. To me, that's how I see it. It's over. So now I'm like, all right, it's pushing low again. Now, I see that the market on the 1 hour is breaking lows. Like if I highlight these right here, like that was a low broken. This is, oh shoot. This was a low broken. So I see we're breaking lows. And I did want to make a separate video on this, but it's like I just want to highlight it here. Granted, this would have been a nice time for maybe an entry to sit in to catch the drop. This price action, like on the 1 hour time frame, mind you, today is Tuesday that I'm recording this video. Tuesday is the day I caught the move. Yesterday, I stayed out of the market because this just was low volume. I wasn't sure what it was doing, and I knew I was biased towards sales, and this just didn't give me clear sell signals until we were out of session. And I'm not going to trade out of session. So these horizontal rays are 1 hour lows. So we saw this low was broken. We saw that low was broken. And no other low was broken just yet. When I came to the market this morning, that previous 1 hour low was broken. So see, I keep saying low, 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 because it's a seller's market. Sellers want to bring the market lower. They want to attack lows in the market. That's all they focus on. So that's what I'm focused on. If that's what y'all focused on, that's what I'm focused on. So I see we attacking lows. So by the time the market opened, we had already attacked the low, retraced, and we were playing around under this yellow zone. Did I want my entry at the yellow zone? Yes. Did I get that? No. But we can work our way down again, because now after the 1 hour, right, we see that it's attacking low. So I marked off this low right here. That's I'm about to put it, delete it and put it back. Shoot, did it do it? Nah. So delete it. I had marked off this low. Okay. And this just reminded me that if anything on the smaller time frame starts to close below 17,605, we're looking to drop. Okay. Because remember, this yellow is a daily zone. So that's pretty strong. So what happened this morning, right? And then that's where I'm going to show you all the matter of fact. So we're going to keep this on a 1 hour. And so from here, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on the 1 minute and the 5 minute, so you can actually really go through it. So actually, before I do that, so this is before the trade. So let's say the market was here. Yeah, let's say the market was here. So in market impulse, retrace. In the downtrend, it's the opposite. So this is the impulse move, retracement, impulse, retracement, impulse. We're in the middle of a retracement. Boom. We get a red candlestick on the 1 hour. A doji is red, it's rejecting, and a long wick to the upside. All of this is kind of telling me right now, like sellers are still in the market. Buyers have no strength. Buyers are not lifting weights right now. Buyers are not in the gym. I'm telling you right now, you can see it. Sellers are still in the gym. We got a big wick to the upside, rejecting all upside pressure. We still got this daily zone holding. I mean, honestly, that was a clear entry right there, but now that I'm saying it out loud. But it's cool. I still wanted to wait for more confirmation. So this was the 8 o'clock. So that closed at 9 o'clock. And I definitely got in after 9. So let's now take a trip over to the smaller time frame. I bet. So we said about 9 o'clock. So I didn't really get into the market until 9:33, 9:34 close. And what gave me that? What gave me that? So let me go to the 5 minute real quick. Or if it'll load faster. Let's just go from the 1 hour so that way you can kind of keep up from where I was at, right? The last thing we saw was the 1 hour doji rejecting that daily zone. That was the last thing we saw. And I'm glad we highlighted patience at the beginning because this joint is moving dumb slow. All right, so yeah, today could have been a really super monster day to be honest. But remember, this is the 1 hour now. So we saw that doji. This doji right here was the last thing that we left off at. We saw this doji and said, okay, sellers are still in the market. It's respecting highs and we're breaking lows. So then I went down from there. I saw that doji. I said, all right, we're gonna look to get in around here, like before this joint sink. You know what I mean? You don't want to wait too long. So we went down even lower than a 15 because again, I saw this playing around. I saw all of these wicks to the downside, but we still weren't really breaking the upside. So I was really sitting on my hands. Like I really was trying to wait because I knew the market was going to want to take out liquidity. Now I'm not a huge liquidity person, but you got people that's trying to buy the market, so they got stop losses right here to protect their account, and you got people trying to sell from right here, and they got stop losses up here trying to protect their account. Well, the big ballers don't care about none of that. So they said, all right, we're going to snatch your money, we're going to snatch your money, and then we're going to head in the direction that we're going to head. So I wanted to wait because I saw we were in a tight liquidity area, and I did get in before that. I did take a slight loss, but overall on today I was on net $107. So I had to bite that one on the butt. Cool, whatever. But if we go down to the 5 minute, right? This is what really turned me on right here. This is what really got me right. Because I'm waiting in the market. I see again liquidity is sitting below here. I see some liquidity sitting above here because we're in such a tight zone where overall we're in the middle of a retracement from the daily and the 1 hour is breaking low. So I'm still looking for sales regardless. I'm not even a buyer at this time. But I see that the buyers came at that 9:30 mark and really pushed up. So I said, okay, it depends on where it closes at. Candle closures are so important. And it did take me probably like a year to grasp that. And I've gotten way better with it now. But yes, candle closures are like super important. You want to see where it closes at because the candle can do the craziest thing. It can do the craziest thing, but if it don't close above or below a certain zone that you're looking for, like then you got to check your confirmations. You got to check your confluences. For me, I'm looking for sales. So when this candlestick pushed all the way up into this zone like that, if it were to close above and the next candlestick were to kind of reject and push up, we're bullish. Like it might be switching to bullish, or it might be going for another zone or whatever. But the fact that it came all the way up to this zone, again, took out these stop losses and potentially took out these stop losses up here and came and closed all the way back down under this low, because the closure is really where it matters at. So this closed here, and since this closed lower, I said, okay, yeah, no. Now it's time to go for the 1 minute. Now it's time to go down here because what's going on? And literally before that whole 5 minutes can really get out, I see my like ultimate confluence for me. Like I'm looking, this is a zone I had already marked off. This is a 1 hour low that was already broken, retested. And so now we had a strong close up in the zone. Yes, had to wait. Boom. Then we got a rejection, doji, boom. And the market came right out of there. Pay attention to how the market is reacting. So it reacted super crazy. Like it gave us, if I could really zoom in, this engulfing was so clean, it wasn't even like a bottom wick. It was no top wick. So that just lets me know selling pressure is imminent. Like it's in there. So I entered. I got in right there. Granted, I could have gotten in my zone where I really wanted to, where it was leaving at, but it was moving so fast I couldn't even catch that joint. So caught it at the close. I just wanted to wait because it could have pushed up. So I'm really just trying to practice waiting on closures. And yeah, as you can see, it sunk minute by minute, just played it. And how I played this was as the market was closing below these 1 hour lows, I was moving my stop loss. So that's kind of how my game plan works, to just squeeze out as many pips as possible, because I could have just took profit. Yeah, I guess I could have just took profit at 17,564. And that would have been a 1 to 2.4, which would have been decent. I'd have made $78. But again, we want to squeeze out as much profit as we possibly can. So as this closed, I moved my stop loss right above the next zone, and I let structure play out again. So market started to form lows, highs, boom, broke lows. So that's more structure. That's more of that selling pattern that we saw. So I'm going to continue to ride this wave. After I see the market playing around in this zone, kind of come up, fail to really even break 17,564, that's when I saw a break of another low. And that's when I marked off this zone right here. That's when this box came about. Once these candlesticks were failing to break the high of this box, and it came out wild again, full candlestick, strong like that, I got in again. And that's when I entered my next position and had another one running. So I had both stop losses above this box, had a new position here, still was riding the first position, and we were taking it down lower and lower. Taking it down lower and lower. As I'm watching it, boom, I'm seeing we had another 1 hour low. We form a 1 minute low below that low. So I marked that off with this box. I see the market come up, reject the highs again, close below, and start structuring lower. After this big strong close right here, I just thought we were going to get a melt right here. And so I entered, was moving my stop loss. I had it nice and tight, so I lost about $10 from this position because it stopped me out. Came a little lower, maybe about like 30 points lower, and then just kind of came up, and it would essentially took me out anyway. Granted, because I was moving my stop losses. If I'd have left my stop losses at its original all the way up here, then I definitely have an unrealized gain today of maybe like an extra $100-something. But nevertheless, since I'm recording, I can show you guys right here today's positions. So my first one before 9:30, I lost about $30. This was that big winner that I was talking about where I got in. It was like just pretty much an ideal setup. This was that second position I got in. Most of this position was about $30-something. So I had an extra $10 on it unrealized. This was the third position I tried to get into, and it stopped me out a little early. So it kind of just canceled out that second position I got into. And this was that third one I tried, and again, just lost a small little $10 on that one. All in all, As you can see, total P&L for the day is $107.10. And for a total of 5.05 lots. Today was a good day.
And that just about wraps up how I just made over $100 in 30 minutes this morning trading NAS 100. It's been 2 years in a running for me to be able to identify these patterns, get used to the market, the candlesticks, the closures. But I'm here as a reminder for those on their journey to stay patient, stay with it, trade every day, pick a time, pick a pair, and really just lock in, because the fruits of your labor can be endless with this skill set if you really give it the time. I believe I'm still learning. We're all still learning. What I learned from today's trading is maybe just keep track of the higher time frame so I can be aware of where I'm adding positions on at. Because on the 1 minute, they may look good, like I entered on a pullback and everything. But on the 1 hour, I just entered on a brand new candlestick that, just came off of engulfing. I don't know. Like, you want to make sure your probabilities are there, because, like a 1 minute time frame versus a 1 hour time frame, the difference is significant. But you can still be right on your overall bias for the market going down. You feel me? I could say it's going down for the whole day, but on the day it looks like this. On the 1 minute it looked like this. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta keep track of that higher time frame, so I know I'm adding positions at safe places for me to continue riding the market down. Because as I'm looking at it right now, it still looks like it kind of wants to push lower. But we're gonna come back tomorrow, see what it's hitting for. We got news tomorrow, FOMC at 2 p.m. So, let's get it. More content coming soon. Like, comment, subscribe. And we out of here. Peace.